Hey everyone, welcome to the patch preview for League of Legends. This time we'll be going over some of the changes coming with the Vayne update. We're adding a new mechanic to the game, Tenacity. Tenacity works a lot like Mercury Treads do now, but Blind and Silence are getting added to the list of debuffs shortened. Mercury Treads are replacing their current passive with 35 Tenacity, but we're also adding 3 new recipe items, each with 25. Cloak of Agility and Dagger build 1, Blasting Wand builds the second, and Philosopher's Stone builds the third. We want to give players ways to combat crowd control heavy teams without feeling like they're forced to take Mercury Treads. This should increase item diversity and help make other boots feel better. Note that Tenacity does not stack, it just takes the single highest value. If you have all 3 of these new items plus Mercury Treads, you'll still just have the 35 Tenacity from Mercury Treads. We felt that Shen wasn't able to carry a game if he wanted to, but also was doing too much damage without investing in it, so we're lowering the base values on Key Strike and Vorpal Blade. However, we're more than doubling the scaling on Key Strike and converting it to scale off of bonus health. This should let Shen carry but not deal a ton of damage without trying. Jarvan is an amazing bruiser, but fighting him can be frustrating. We're increasing the cooldown by 1 second and mana cost by 5 on Dragon Strike to help fighting against him in lane. We're also slightly lowering the high level values of Cataclysm and Golden Aegis, so that tank Jarvan is a bit more manageable. After watching Nocturne some more, we find him a little too powerful. We're hitting the high level flat damage on Duskbringer and Paranoia. We think that both these abilities are still satisfying even without dealing tons of damage, and we want to incentivize Nocturne to build damage items to deal damage instead of tank items while relying on the base damages on his abilities. Karthus has a lot of gameplay that doesn't allow for any opponent interaction. Either you don't kill him and he deals a ton of damage to you, or you do kill him and he still deals a ton of damage to you. We're lowering the duration of his passive from 8 seconds to 7, and nerfing the AP ratio on his ultimate from 0.7 to 0.6. Players should now find killing Karthus to be a more appropriate end to his damage output. We had also given Karthus lower death timers to compensate for the 8 seconds of his passive. However, we've made that time actually count as time dead, so we're removing the death timer reduction since it's just extra at this point. We like the direction of the Gangplank remake from last patch, and now we want to give him more reason to walk into melee range. This patch, we're increasing his armor and attack speed per level, while also giving him a bit more attack range. Gangplank also got better cooldowns on Remove Scurvy and Cannon Barrage, in addition to Cannon Barrage having a bit more slow at early ranks of the skill. We have 2 big item changes coming into this patch. First, we're lowering Sunfire Cape's damage per second from 40 to 35. While Sunfire Cape is an interesting item, it's just dealing a bit too much damage without any real gameplay. Second, we're making some changes to Wit's End. The mechanic of Mana Burn either completely shuts down a champion for an entire fight, or is useless and has no effect, so we're removing the mechanic from the game. It still deals 42 magic damage per hit, but now instead of removing mana from the target, it places a stacking magic resist buff on you when you attack. We like that Wit's End is an attack speed anti-mage item, so we want to keep that feel. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Patch Preview. Please subscribe to the Riot Games YouTube channel up top, and leave us a comment below on how we can improve this series.